Hi, it's Marilyn, Skin Songbird, Michelle Birdsong, Evangeline, Einstein, Marilyn, Monroe from the sun, the star of the sun. I was talking about how people think now because you are homeless that you're shit. They're associated. And when I came here from somewhere, going to the store or something, I came in, I went into the bathroom, and there was this man there who is shit. We all have our consciousnesses, and his consciousness is shit. I mean, he walks by my room, I can't look at him. He's sitting on top of the toilet, right? Oh my God, like a big pile of shit. So I understood where the people were coming from, and that helped me not to hate them. I'm not into that anyway. But what happened was, because they thought I was shit, and I vibrated, I'm shit, because Nancy made me think I smelled, and that's shit. I was supposed to get a hug. Maybe he never intended to hug me. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't get a hug. He tickled the girl's arm, so indirectly I'm supposed to think I got a tickle, So he said, because you as a mother clean the baby's bottom that has shit in it, and I can't bear to touch shit, you win. You are stronger than I am. So you win rulership of the world. So he had said years ago, it's time, it's women's turn. I don't know what he meant. They talk so cryptic. Why can't they just be direct? Anyway, I guess that's what he meant. It's women's turn to be the first Jesus Christ. It's women's turn to be the queen of the world, the ruler of the world. And that's fine. I'm perfectly willing to take the responsibility. But like I said, there's been a trick. Just like he said, catch the wind. He meant catch wind of the trick. Okay? So there's been a trick. I rule the world, but I can't make any rules because he fixed the language so that you can't write sentences. I could hardly write for the writing group because I know the trick, and I saw like win, the word win. Here it is. Where's that? I'll show you. Yeah, look here. Look here. Oh, come on. There, you see that? Look what it means. W, hen, in, oh, this is what it means. White House, in. You see, they're trying to put an end to the White House. See, I'm telling you. So that's it. Okay, so I want to tell you, okay, so about piss and shit. I think Bobby D told me this, or else I discovered it in the writing. I think I'm almost sure he told me. When the couple are mating, and if they are not married, he ejaculates piss. I may have told this already. He does not ejaculate semen. So there's no testosterone in piss. So in effect, you got a girl, even if it has a penis and testicles. So that's what happened, because the people are so immoral. They have created a race of women, though they look like men. Now, I was going to change that, and get the testosterone pumping again, even if the people aren't married. Baba G said he agreed with me. We discussed this. But now I find that he's fixed the language, and there's nothing I can do. We need to speak Mayan. I'm from the Mayan at one point, and they have a very good language. Although I don't speak it, I want to learn it. I think we need to do that. I was on a bus to Kansas City to get a star with my granddaughter, who is a sex slave presently. I say that, and nobody responds. Nobody says, what? Oh, we need to call the police. I already called the police. Everywhere I go, I call the police. Nothing happens. But anyway, this man said, this boomer said, boomers have more sense than most, because they have lived and they have confidence to say what they need to say. He said, the English language is crazy. Now, this was 3 years ago, but I found specific instances where it's crazy. Like, let me show you this. See, can I find one? He put an order in there that I'm a messy sage. So it's not that I'm a messy sage because I choose to. That's part of the order that he put in there. Everything is an order. They write it. Let's see. This is under urine. Urine. See, urine. E-N-D, because it's a sound. It's a sound current. It's an audible live stream. It's not spelling. It's the sound that matters. What it sounds like. Cross her eye. U-N, cross her eye. I don't know where I'm going with this. U-N, sun cross. Unsun cross. I was trying to get this cross from my son. See, they got a sun cross. That means whatever he does, there's a cross. He stopped. Like Jesus on the cross. Sun cross. So I put unsun cross. But you know what? It's UN sun cross. Urine sun cross. You see, he's in the cross. He's in the cross. I hope you see what I mean. And they did everywhere I turn is like that. I know a guy who drank piss. Yeah, so you understand about that? So tell all your people to get married and so their children, their boy children can have testosterone. Because there are so many girls that, they look like men, that the world's imbalance is too much estrogen, too much softness. Like I said, I don't want anybody hurt. So that's estrogen. Testosterone will make, do what you got to do. Like Harry Truman obviously had testosterone, and Einstein had testosterone, and who was the other one? Eisenhower, they were men. Okay. So the other thing to discuss is shit. When you take a shit, it is the essence of you, of your decisions, of your behavior. It's in the shit. It's your history. So it goes down the toilet, down the pipes, in the ground, and it finds its way to the roots of the trees. And there is your history. Like I said, the giving tree gave me the histories. So that's why I know so much about so many people. She gave it to me because I rule the world. And this is new for me. And so the reason nature made it stink is because she wanted to make sure nobody messed up the histories. That our history is truthful and honest. See, so you don't touch it. That's why. Okay. Now these are some people. This is Cold Dead Hands, Charlton Heston. I was talking to him today. He's also the painter Raphael. See, he was sleeping. These people are just dying on the vine. I'm telling you, they're the great souls here. He said he's a licensed electrician. This is Sam. He's at the deli, A Street Gourmet Deli, where he knows what I want before I get there. As soon as he sees me, he makes a large coffee and no sugar, and This is Monica, and this is Camille. He's from Yemen, I believe. They're so nice that help me, get the coffee and the yogurt or whatever I want at the 8th Avenue Gourmet Diner. This is a sweetheart. She's from India, but she's a nice one, Angela. And she works at Metro PCS on 14th Street and 8th Avenue, and she helps me with my phone, this phone I got here. This is Gretel. She wanted to be black, but now that I made her conscious, she's letting the tattoo fade away, and she's going to have a normal skin. This is Seth. He founded the Dara, where those Satsangi saints are. And like I said, he is not, he's a softie. He's a sweetheart. He created a game for his mother, video game for his mother. That's Mr. Rogers. He was Mr. Rogers. They have a statue of him in Pittsburgh. And these are balls that they had for Nose Day, because Mr. Rogers put on Chuckles the Clown's nose just for fun, just to let us know you don't have to take yourself so seriously, you can clown around and have fun. This is JFK reincarnated with Vice President Pence. Now, Vice President Pence said, who am I and where is my family? That's my question as well. And this is JFK. That's why I've found many members of my family. Now, I found an order that says my family is my enemy. See there? Isn't that called? I found a family, but they're my enemy. This is St. Philip. Bill, Bill Leader. He's always saying, we need more love, more people need to love. This is Carlos Castaneda, an author. He's eccentric. He's very smart. What we got here? Oh, here's Jonathan Livingston Seagull playing the bongo drums. Audrey's so funny. She said, you got $2? So I look for $2. Could you make it 5? I said, you get nothing. We do this all day, we get nothing. And she was, gonna be greedy. And she's playing the tambourine. They make music outside. I sit out there and read. It centers you to be around nature. Don't deprive yourself of nature, because it's very healthy. Okay, I just want to show you. Now, this is Harry Truman. Sing Birdsong, my son. It's Brother Wright that walked and saved the money that I told you about. He's the one who made me want to be Jesus Christ, because he was so nice, and he loved Jesus Christ, and I wanted him to love me too. So, they took me at my word. I was 9 years old. I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. This is Sing Birdsong when he was a Radharswami saint. I don't understand I don't know. He came in a spirit form with Charan Singh when I was in Beth Israel. And he said, I've come to help you through this. Through what, I don't know. And because I wasn't allowed to ask questions as a child, I've got out of the habit of asking questions, especially about the past and mysticism. So I didn't say, help me what, But I had to put my hands on the side of the bed, and the bed moved up and down like this. Well, like a hammock, I don't know what that was for. Panic, hammock, damn it, Hispanic, Wanic, Canic, Atlantic, Atlantis. I don't know what it's about. This Guru Nanak, like I said, they took his feet. He found the Sikhism. I think they're mad at him too. That's me. And this is Gobind Singh. He had to become the guru. This is 10 Sikh gurus. He had to become the guru number 10 at, I think he was 9 years old, because the Muslims beheaded his father, because he wouldn't convert to Buddhism, Muslimism, Islamism. This is Gobind Singh as the President of the United States, and this is his father that they beheaded, Vice President Pence. This is him and his lovely bride. She was, Melania was the nightingale, a Florence nightingale. And this is her looking undignified. I should say that when Charan Singh, the one who initiated me, the one I trusted, was getting ready to leave his body and get another body, he appointed Gurinder Singh. This is Gurinder Singh, Cal. And he had been in Spain. I was Queen Isabella. See? So it was, I should have known it was something, I didn't get it. I wondered what Spain had to do with anything. You know, because everything the mystics do have a meaning. It's secretive. They don't tell it to you, but you can figure it out later. I think this is Jagat Singh. I don't know. Was him. It snuck in Jagat Singh. I'm not sure. I thought this was my mother, Baba Jamal Singh. But when he became master, which he says is a gardener, watering the flowers, he took the name Babaji. His name was Babaji. So what the significance of that is, I guess he didn't want another name, or maybe he was really just Babaji and wasn't my mother. I don't know what game they play. I have to see. I like direct truth, you know. And this is Swamiji who founded the Dara, and that's Seth Ranzagod. The Mr. Rogers is the same and one and the same. He cleaned up the Dara. There's all kind of demons and people and things like that. And he meditated 17 years and purified the Dara. This is what they say. Okay, and this is Lou, his brother, who was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was also the poet, Princess Mirabai. That's Charan Singh. He is in my womb. His name is Giancarlo Arturo. Oh, let's see, what else? Now these are the Radhasomi masters. Look, they all have beards. Their last name is Lion, Singh, you know. Is a lie going on? Is that what it is? This is Swamiji. So, now this was my husband, still is. I have to divorce him. He was Michael John Spear. He was a guillotine operator that chopped off my head when I was Queen of France, Marie Antoinette. This Jagat Singh again, Charan Singh, the one that initiated me. And that's Cal, Gurinder Singh. Gurinder Singh was the Buddha. Cal is the Buddha. Boot her, huh? What's that? Put that foot in my ass and boot me? What does that mean? Boot her. You know. He said, Charan Singh said, nothing, there's no such thing as a coincidence, and I heard him. So I don't take anything for granted. They say Buddha, I want to know what you mean. Boot what? Boot who? Okay, what else have I got? Told you about the ship. Wow. Brother Wright used a tiny razor blade. Oh, I was writing a song. Brother Wright raised her to memorize the titles of the book of the Bibles. Moral lives can turn the tides. Marilyn, a U.S. order will IUM order N 1W1. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's, you know, face. Let's look at face. Fill A I cross him, cross him. Fill A I cross him. What does that mean? A is that. I think that's me, Marilyn. America. See, this is, what's her name? Marilyn. M-A Marilyn. Energy her. I see Anne, that's me too, from Marian Anderson, the opera singer. Museum, Marilyn, U.S. Energy, Hume, Energy, Muse, U.S. Energy, you Marilyn, or you Mum? I'm supposed to be the mother of the earth too, yeah. Yeah, this whole thing is a shock to me. I didn't think I had anything to do with this world. And then kind of find out all these people singing to Marilyn. And of course sex is the basis of life. Right? Without sex there is no new life. We cannot continue. It said go forth and multiply. That was the first in the Bible. That's the first instruction that people were told. So in America, they have a prudish attitude towards sex, like there's something wrong with it. And I asked Chairman Singh when I first got on the path, is there something wrong with sex? And he said, no, it's fine within proper bounds. Proper bounds is when you're married. So, when you're not married, you'll see what happens. Nature, the semen will not give you the testosterone. That's why they tell you to get married. It's not any other reason, because you don't want a boy without testosterone. Do you? We need the boys. They build the buildings. They build the ships. I think you understand. And the women are the flowers, and they decorate. I said when I was a kid, I feel like decoration, But they support the man and confirm his dream so that he can achieve it. And I think that they do the dream that the woman sees they can do, because see, why I'm stumbling is because I had all this, I understood all this. Now everything's changed. I found out Babaji is cow. So I'm thinking, well, if they lied about that, what else did they lie about? So I'm kind of unsure of what I'm doing at the moment. I apologize. Let's see what I have here. Oh, let me finish telling you this. This is what I was talking about on the other one. I wrote 2 songs. This one is, the reason they're pissed off here, and he said he's finished with me, is because, and blaming me for this town coming up called Obama, Japan, which gave the order to bomb Japan. So Truman almost had no choice. There was an order written here, Obama, Japan. Okay, so the song, the Uncle Tom game, it says Uncle Tom was a master of con. So Gorinda Singh, Kane, and who's the cow, doesn't understand what I'm talking about. He thinks I'm saying, be a phony and be a snake, just suck up the people that you don't sincerely care about. I sincerely care about people. It's fun to me to talk to them and find out what they want to do with their lives. And, I thought I was going to be able to help them do it. I don't know if I don't decode this language. I have decoded it, but if I don't find a way to order good things to happen, I can't do it. But I'm going to think I can do it. But the Uncle Tom game is simply, I'm very aware of that in the black community, and Cal is not aware because he's not black, that there's an anti-success vibration. You think you're being white. You want to do it? I remember I did a radio interview, and I said, how did I do? And she said, you sounded white. I remember singing, got in a special program, because he's very smart. My son sings first time. It called the ABC program. So this other boy from the ABC program, it's the program that gives private school education to smart black kids and all minority kids. So he went back to Harlem. He was in boarding school. He went back to Harlem and said, you think you talk so proper? He said, this is what educated sounds like. Now, wouldn't you love to have that kind of confidence that you can say that? What I did was, I dumbed myself down to fit in. And my mother did too. Because we want friends. There weren't that many people who talked correct English, or, like that. So, the Uncle Tom game is simply explaining that to people. That Tom saw all these people get hung, and so he decided, hung out to dry, living in the worst condition on earth, which is poverty. And then he decided he became the master of con, which means he learned to finesse. He learned, like if you saw The Pursuit of Happiness, Chris Garner's story that Will Smith portrayed, he had to go get coffee when he didn't have any money. He had to park the man's car. You got to do what you got to do to make it, But in the black community, you are told making it is bad. That it means you're trying to be white, and there's something wrong with being white, although it's a white country, and the white people know how to make it, And nobody black ever made it without the help of white people, including Oprah, all right? So Cal took it a completely different way. He said, I was telling people, what's the name? Barry White I don't know. I don't quite understand what Cal misunderstood, but he did not understand. I was trying to tell black people, cut it out, go ahead and succeed. Do what you have to do. It's not about being phony. It's about doing what you have to do to succeed. You don't have to say, oh, motherfucker. You say, how you doing, David? You see what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? I taught my children, be yourself. So I didn't teach anybody to suck up to anybody, But they're automatically kind, and they know how to integrate, because I came from the Dr. Martin Luther King school of integration. We wanted to integrate. Then Stokely came along, who I dated Stokely, and he's a Virgo, and he's a nice guy and everything. Took me to church and places like that. But Stokely had black power. And so everybody got an attitude. And what the good is that? Okay, I made a speech at 13 years old. What do we want? What are we struggling for? Is it because we're black? And I did that because everybody was scared to say the word black. It was like nigger. Nobody could say the word black. And I said it. What's his name? The comedian that died, Richard Pryor. He did that on Ed Sullivan. Black, it was hilarious. Because it's like a no-no word. So anyway, Stokely picked it up and they called it Black Power, and now they got carried away, and they don't want to be a part of the society, which is terrible. Because they can have much more fun, make money, live calm and happy and prosperous lives. And that was the message of the Uncle Tom game. The other song, Mr. Moneyman, that Cal evidently had problems with, was about a man whose sister got raped, and he was going to avenge her, and the car blew up like a planet bomb. I wrote that song about Ralph Featherstone, was a friend of mine because I volunteered at the SNCC office during the Civil Rights Movement, where Stokely was president, and Featherstone was a very nice man, had salt and pepper gray hair. I liked him. And then I heard he got blew up, and it blew my mind. I wrote that song, Mr. Moneyman, in 5 minutes because I felt it. I felt something. So that's what Mr. Moneyman's about. And then I found out that Featherstone and his friend were going to the courthouse to blow up the courthouse. Nobody blew them up. They blew themselves up. How stupid did I feel? But, the song is done. I mean, I love that album, what it is. I'm starting not to love it because every day, Birdtown's got a song on Spirit of Judo. What's it, do what you want to do when you want to do it or something. And Grinda Singh didn't like, that's not good. So, and then God's Home about the Ocean of Light. He shut down the Ocean of Light because the people snubbed me like I was shit that day. And he, that was when we were on good speaking terms. And he said he got so mad at them. He said they were too cold to go back to the Ocean of Light. So he shut down the whole thing. I don't quite understand. I don't understand what's going on, I'll tell you the truth. So I'm just telling you the facts as I have them. Because he said he married me, and he impregnated me, and I don't know why he's doing all this, and wants to kill me. It's it's crazy. That's why I say he's crazy. So I have a cure for crazy, as a matter of fact. Where is it? We're talking, Sarah. I wrote down some questions for him. Let's see. Because I was Freud, and I was Fritz Perl, the German psychiatrist. And in this life, I have been treating people and perfecting this. Charan Singh helped me a lot, I have to tell you. And, it's hard when people are good to you and bad to you. Then you don't know what to think. I got, love me, why don't you love me? Or why won't you leave me alone? Spare me the pain of giving up or giving in again. You run for my